Congratulations F1 season for Tier 1. We are at Circuit Paul Ricard. I'm D Burrito, joined by... I forgot how to pronounce your username.
Fretchy here, no worries,
Fretchy.
man.
Well, we are...
I'm looking forward to this round 9 here with you at Paul Ricard Circuit in France. It's going to be fun.
Definitely, and looks like qualifying's rained out with 5 minutes left. This is. Do you think this will be a good race if it's in the rain, or do you think it will just go south? I'm guessing he went muted. Looks like, yeah, qualifying being in the rain. Pretty interesting 141.6 setup.
Sorry, Jake, I just heard you ask me that question as I was checking the audio
Oh yeah,
levels
that's
on
right,
stream.
I forgot you were checking the audio.
So, yeah, I think today is going to be interesting. As you see, Sean, Larry, and Bular are up in 1-2. They were new additions to the league last week for Zandvoort, and they really showed their strength. And here with Veloce being out after he's out with a sickness today, it's unfortunate. So, Veloce, if you watch the stream back, shout out to you, our championship leader right now. But yeah, we saw Sean, Larry, and Bular, as I was saying, show their strength last week, and now they're up here in 1-2. Tasmanian Devil, who won last week at Zandvoort, he's in P2 in our championship standings overall. He's finding himself in P5 right now. But as you see, the times are all super close together, and as this track is starting to dry out right now with a dry line towards the end of qualifying, we'll see if guys can improve on their times.
Definitely, and it looks like, as you mentioned, a lot of the times are closer together, except one. You've got one Renault at the top of the board and the other Renault at the bottom with time set.
Yeah, see, Johnny, I guess he hasn't really set a fast lap. I hop on board with him right now. It looks like he is possibly setting a fast qualifying lap. We'll see what he does here, if he can keep it clean.
Definitely ones to watch, see where he jumps onto the board at the end of his lap. I'm noticing a few names from when I did... Oh, and Johnny goes around!
That's a big spin for Johnny. His wheel, looks like he lost the wing. Luckily, he didn't lose the wheel.
Will he have enough time to bring it into the pits and get in the lap, or no?
He did reset the track, which is bad, but I guess it is qualifying. Nobody around, so he's trying to get it back to the pits as soon as he can to salvage a time here. But as we were watching Johnny, Sean Larry improved on his lap time. He's set a 141.6 now. He goes a little bit deep here. Let's see if he can get a good run into the start finish. I believe this is a second fast lap. I don't know if he's improved on his time.
He did not. A 1.8 off.
So here, there's a little bit of traffic in Sector 3 up to the start finish. A lot of guys right now are trying to set a time. It's really about who can set the last time, I think, in this qualifying session.
I'm noticing, yeah, a few names from when I did Tier 2 commentary at Austria. Viper Noah being one of them.
Yeah, Viper Noah with the promotion into Tier 1. He's proven himself with a few Driver of the Day performances and a no assist driver that was just really looking to increase his competition and race here on Sundays in Tier 1.
He's definitely getting that, putting himself 11th on the board, so he's definitely got more competition up here. And Williams retired.
Yeah, Danny Rick has decided that he's not going to set a fastest time, as well as Johnny. And I just saw, as I'm on board with Tasmanian Devil, it was VCE Wavezi, who's in P3. He was spun around on track.
Oh wow, he was probably going for fastest and looped
on
it.
board with Tasmanian right now, though. He's going to be looking to get up into at least his top 3. I think that's where his goal in his mind is at.
He had a little bit of counter steer out of the corner.
Yeah, a little bit of sliding going on there. He's goes super wide here, taking advantage of all the
And
oh,
oh,
oh yeah.
and it's
Did you see?
invalidated.
Yeah, it's invalidated him. We've seen Johnny, who had trouble on that corner as well. Maybe it's contrary to what I said before. Maybe the track is getting more slippery as the qualifying progresses, because we're seeing drivers struggle with that corner, and the track doesn't seem to be drying out.
We've got multiple cars coming through the final corner. Project Raw coming across the pit straight. Will he go faster? Does not. 10 seconds off.
And he was, I think Taz, yeah, he's not going to be able to set another time, of course, so he's going to stay where he's at. Anybody else on track? I think J-Mick is coming around, he's invalidated. Adam Bacho is invalidated. So I believe this is where our qualifying will leave us here. It's important to mention, we do usually run full qualifying for Tier 1, but there was server issues today. Pretty much half of the league could not sign into F1 2020. Their unranked lobbies were not working, so we were forced to postpone the race, and we've called short qualifying to save some time here for all time zones involved.
Definitely, they probably caught a lot of people off guard with doing short quali instead of the full.
Yes, yeah, so that's definitely what we did. We got the wet conditions, so it's really only one chance to prove yourself. So yeah, as you said, it is different, but we'll see how the drivers react to it. Right now, it looks like Sean, Larry, and Bular are kind of a step ahead on pace. As commentators up here, we don't get the privilege of knowing the weather for the entirety of the race, so I'll see if I can go into a chat right now and find out a weather forecast for us.
Only fastest lap put in was a 141.2. 5/10 faster than second place. Shows how much competition
Jake,
these guys have.
if you wanna run through the order for us.
Run through the order. I have it on screen. I don't know how to pronounce a lot of names.
It's all good, man.
I should just get like a piece of paper with everyone's name written down.
The viewers can see it there, man.
Yeah. Definitely a different type of expectation for this race, but as we saw and you mentioned already, that turn 10 was being very lethal to everyone. It's just like that in dry conditions, so if this ends up being in dry, I would not be surprised. And it is dry.
Yeah, there is some clouds in the sky, so we'll see here if it's going to be a dynamic race where drivers are going to have to manage strategies.
It'll probably be something to throw off. Hopefully we get rain at the end, get different strategies. Wait, is the formation lap on?
Yeah, we run a formation lap.
Alright. Oh, someone pressed X, and everyone's upset about it.
It was Adam Bacho in the Racing Point who pressed X, which is unfortunate. But as we see here, we got Sean Larry on pole, the newcomer in the Renault, followed by Bular and Williams. The pairing of them have showed brilliant pace so far in their first two races in UNF1. Then we got VCE Wavezi in the Alfa Romeo. He's a strong driver who's shown performances which have really amazed all of us here at UN Esports. He's taken the car from the back of the grid and managed to get some good point performances and actually bagged a P5. So that's a really strong showing in the wet qualifying for him. I know he's going to be happy. We got Kraken in P4, the Ferrari driver from Australia, is going to hope to improve, and it's really important to note that this is his best qualifying performance ever. So this short quali has made a difference for some guys. So I think what we said earlier is kind of coming to fruition. Just Jose is had an inconsistent season, but when he's on, and Haas driver is going to be looking to stay clean off the start today, and I think we'll be seeing him stay in this top 5, maybe bag a podium. Followed by Danny Rick in P6. Danny Rick, he's had a really good season. Also inconsistent like Just Jose though. He's had a couple of DNFs, but he's also bagged a podium, so he's a driver to watch for as well. This tier 1 is really it's really up for the taking. It's going to depend who's on their A game that Sunday, and that's who we'll see up on the podium. Tasmanian Devil fell all the way down to P7 in qualifying. I believe this would be his lowest qualifying ever in UNF1. So we're going to see Mercedes driver definitely be on the hunt here, as he's starting on the hards as well. So interesting strategies from everybody. P8 we have Young Chaza, very talented driver who's probably the most dedicated on the grid. I think he has had some internet issues throughout the season, but has them taken care of now, so it's going to be interesting to see what he can do. J-Mick is in his inaugural race in UN Esports. We'll see what the AlphaTauri driver can do. And finally in P10, Adam Bacho, who's had a couple of good performances. We'll see what he can do here today. But now we're going to get ready for these 5 red lights. Drivers are going to be testing strategies. As we see here, most drivers are on the medium or hards. 5 red lights out, and away they go. UN Esports is underway here in France. Sean Larry gets a good start. 1, 2, 3 remain the same. We'll see if Kraken makes a move going into corner 1. He doesn't. A little bit of contact with the Haas. Relatively clean throughout the field.
Oh,
Sean
Renault
Larry
in the back.
managed...
Renault and AlphaTauri in the back around.
Donsta has come off. Sean Larry has absolutely got off to a rocket start. Looks like we're relatively the same throughout the top 8. J-Mick managed to jump Young Chaz off the start on the inside into turn 1. Viper Noah managed to do the same to Adam Bacho, and Viper Noah in P10, the tier 2 driver who's been promoted, is finding himself in the points here in lap 1 already, as he's looking to make a move on Young Chaz. The decides otherwise. We're tight all the way through the field here. Tasmanian Devil on the back of Danny Rick. P2 in the points. I think he's going to be looking to do something here. He's going to be aggressive in these first couple of laps. You see everyone aside from Tasmanian Devil has decided to go on the mediums. Taz has chosen the hard compounded tires.
Definitely a different choice, and maybe that's going to be the race-winning strategy.
Yeah, unfortunately we weren't able to get the weather, so us commentators up here are going to be kind of thrown for a loop. We're going to see last second what's going on.
Yeah, considering a lot of these guys went for the harder compounds, that should say that if there is rain, it's going to be at the end of the race. But I think these guys are betting on that this stays dry the entire time.
Cliffy has made a move on Booty and back. Ferrari drivers struggled in qualifying and off the start. Anything you'd like to point out, Jake?
Well, the predicted pit stop strategies just pulled up on the screen with everyone on the mediums predicted to go on the hards around lap 20, or not 21, around lap 15, I think it said. So if the mediums are going that long, we just noticed Cliffy's going into the pits. That's...
Wow. Cliffy must have picked up damage in a racing incident at the back there. Unfortunate for him. Or he's realized something in the strategy here, just doing something outrageous. See, I think he's putting on the hard tires. He is getting a wing change, so he had wing damage.
No.
As Sean Larry has almost pulled a 1 second gap to Buller in P2. Buller has done that to Wavezzi already, and Wavezzi to Kraken, so there is a gap forming up above, but just Jose and Kraken.
He goes out wide.
Oh, he's going out wide. Hopefully he didn't pick up a warning for that. Kraken defends the inside line well.
Really, maybe there will be some altercation after the race.
J-Mick is right on the back of Adam Bacho. I think he's going to be going for a move here on the inside. Decides otherwise, backs out of it.
In the meantime, while this battle for P9 happens, Johnny picks up a 3-second time penalty. Although he's by himself over in Sector 1, or Sector 2, my bad. So that's kind of surprising that he was able to pick that up.
Wavezzi. Somehow we missed something with Wavezzi and Kraken, who jumped a place into P3. Wavezzi is now on the back of Kraken, and Jose on the back of Wavezzi.
Could Vezzi have gone around or something?
Yeah, I think we may have missed a little bit of a spin from Wavezzi. I think he may have lost some traction and time to Kraken, who gained a position.
Another 3-second penalty.
Because there's no way he could have made up 1.8 seconds in just Sector 3 there.
Yeah. Another 3-second penalty handed out to the AlphaTauri of Donsta.
Yeah, you wanna... This track is, in the dry weather, can be tough with the track limits. You want to really maximize the track, and being as flat as it is, you sometimes get caught extending the track limits too far.
Well, it looks like
Tasmanian Devil has been gaining on the back of Danny Rick. Those
Project
hard tires, he's been maintaining them pretty well. He's got a 2-second gap to Chaza behind, so it's kind of a top 7 pack that we've got going right now.
Yeah, well, Buller in the meantime has caught up to Charlene. Not Charlene.
Yeah, he's managed to, with the DRS opening, he managed to close that gap. He's got the DRS open now. We'll see in the next straight here if he's going to make a move on Sean Larry or if he's going to be patient. We do know that they are friends. There could be cross-team communication going on, so we'll see some pretty good driving, I think, between these two drivers up here.
In that battle you were trying to keep an eye on, Tasmanian Devil and Danny Rick. Yeah. Danny Rick got around him, but got loose out of the turn 2 exit.
Yeah, and Taz is really just pushing those hard tires right now. He's making it so much easier than he's making it look so much easier than it really is. He's keeping up with all these guys on mediums, so it's really just showing off his pace. This has been a great battle so far for P3. Jose gonna try and stay on the back of these guys. I wonder if Wavezzi is thinking about a move here. He is. Is he gonna go down the inside? He's sending it. Brave move from Wavezzi. One of my favorite overtaking spots on the track. Oh, but he's got a little bit of wheel spin coming out of the corner. Kraken gains back his position, and Jose looks to capitalize side by side. Lavezzi retains it. Good recovery. Great drive from Kraken so far. He's capitalized off the wet weather and short qualifying.
Now, can he run away with it?
Oh, a little bit of wheel spin there coming out of turn 1. Young Chaza looking to capitalize off all this battling ahead. He's closed the gap on Danny Rick.
I definitely think if these guys were trying to keep it as a 1-stop, maybe 2-stop, they knew this was staying in the dry.
Sorry to cut you off, Jake. We got Viper Noah and J-Mick. They'll get side by side through that first sector there. Viper Noah now is the DRS. He's going to try and take the inside. I think J-Mick is going to give it up easily. He's not, though. He was going to brake later. Wow, great driving from both. Great defensive driving from J-Mick, who retains his P10 position.
And Danny Rick with the penalty.
Wow, side by side with Jose. Brilliant racing up and down the grid so far.
And I just realized from that they let Taz into. Oh, and the Haas!
Wow.
Oh, they're around.
Big collision. A drift from just Jose sent him into the front of Danny Rick. They collided. It doesn't look like any yellow flags are up. They both re-entered the track safely.
Both with bad damage, though.
Yeah, they're both going to have to hop in the pits. Just Jose doesn't, though. He's going to go around for another lap. He's going to lose a lot of time on this lap. Danny Rick managed to bring it into the pits. A smart decision.
Looks like for Just Jose, he's just missing the end plate.
Yes, yeah, so maybe Just Jose is coming out of that relatively clean, and he's going to be able to maybe pull these medium tires, this medium tire stint out a little bit longer to benefit his race. Yeah, it looks like he's not losing too much time in this tight sector here to toss just in front of him. Yeah, but the 3 drivers ahead of Jose capitalized on that. They made up positions and they now find themselves in the points. Kraken, though, we missed Lavezzi's move on Kraken, I think on start finish straight, I believe.
Yeah.
See here, though, if Kraken can make a move coming back into sector 3.
Looks like there's battle again for P11 with Donsta and Jose, and just
what a camera angle there, yeah. P9, P10, and P11 in a train right now. Or sorry, P8, P9, and P10.
As we mentioned before, with Taz having the hards on instead of the mediums, look at what position he's in. He's in 5th.
Yeah, and he's keeping it within a second to these guys in front. If he can keep this gap close, then he's gonna execute this 1-stop beautifully. I know Danny Rick was mentioning to me before the race his desired strategy was hard to soft, so I think we might be possibly seeing Tasmanian Devil do that here.
Well, we mentioned that that train from 8th position back, and it has now picked up 13th place as everybody is slowly getting in. Just Jose with another 3-second time penalty thrown on. Viper Noah got a 3-second penalty.
Yeah, Toss My Salad makes the move on J-Mech with the DRS. Great move there from the Alfa Romeo driver, who now has clean air ahead. Let's see what he can do with it.
Buller is caught in.
Yeah, Bular is, he's getting real close to Sean Larry. I got a feeling though that Bular has just been conserving his stuff behind Sean Larry though. It looks to me that his ERS bar is full, and he's just conserving the tires right now behind Sean Larry. Get the telemetry up here. Yeah, he's Got 70% ERS. Not really touching that overtake or anything. He's
just Jose pits. And then Kraken with 3 seconds.
I think he was feeling that that damage on the wing plate. He's gonna come in here and get a new wing and a set of hards, I believe. Yep. So just Jose will now have to take these tires to the end. We'll see what he can do with them. His teammate Cliffy gets the pass. He had an incident there on lap 1, as we saw. Cliffy is not really a fan of qualifying, I guess, and he's decided to start from the back a lot of times and showing off his pace, which is his decision, but some brilliant driving from him. We get to see every week. We'll see if he can make a late push into this race. But as you said though, Buller, he's getting real close to Sean Larry. Tasmanian Devil's right on the back of Kraken. I think it's right. Right around now is the time when these hard tires will start gaining the edge over the mediums. Yeah, as we'll see here now, Tasmanian Devil easy as the speed on the straights. Overtakes Kraken. And now he's on the hunt for Wavezzi. Great drive so far from Tasmanian Devil. He's made up 3 spots.
Donsta got a 5-second. I didn't know if you noticed that for speeding into the pits. Adam Boncho. 3-second penalty for extending.
Yeah, so it looks like everyone aside from Donsta who has penalties. So Kraken, Bacho, J-Mick, Viper Noah, Project Raw, Cliffy, Jose, and Johnny all have 3 seconds, and then Donsta is there with 8, who unfortunately, it's a short pit lane in France, and it's 60-kilometer speed limit entry, so it's unique to some tracks, and if you haven't practiced that, then it takes some getting used to.
Especially from that change where it went from being out of the final corner to now before.
Yes.
So definitely a change if you haven't gotten used to it, as you said, but I don't know if you've noticed, but
Viper Noah is close on the back of J-Mick. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
Third place is slowly that train that was happening. I don't know what happened to Taz. Looked like he was fighting with Kraken to get up into 4th. But they were slowly catching the leaders for a second, so maybe they're able to put themselves in contention for the win.
Yeah, it looks like Wavezzi is starting to close a bit of time to Buller in front. And as I said earlier in the race, Sean, Larry, and Buller, I think they got some great. They're not on the same team, but I think they got great chemistry as a pair of drivers, and they're really gonna just push together right now and not battle too much. They're both experienced and have great driving etiquette, so I don't think we'll see too much other than just some good pace up front here.
And save your moves for the end of the race.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think we would maybe see a last lap, a few last lap shootouts if it gets to that point here. We're already in lap 11, so we're gonna see a lot of guys start diving into the pits. Yeah, Toss My Salad has made up 9 positions so far. What a race for him.
Definitely driver of the day, and as you mentioned before, J-Mick and Viper Noah, they've been going side by side almost this entire lap battling for 9th.
Wow.
Oh!
Oh,
J-Mick just sent it into the pits.
Go in the pits along with Kraken. He's put on the hards. So it looks like drivers are going medium to hards. Everyone's going to be doing the one stop here. Tasmanian Devil is going to have such an advantage in the second stint.
I do think those hards can go to softs near the end.
Oh, as he goes wide. I don't think he's picked. Well, Vezi has picked up a 3 second. Tasmanian definitely picked up a warning. So we're going to be seeing drivers battle with track limits here towards the end. I think it's going to be about who can keep it clean. Tasmanian Devil knows that well, and I think with Vezi picking up a penalty in front of him, he's going to get that into his mind right now and just stay within the track limits. That's something that Tasmanian Devil has been brilliant at. He won a few races with track limits, I believe. So penalties do play a big factor coming down to the final lap here. Wavezi hasn't really been able to close the 6 second gap at all. Charnley and Buller have been able to maintain it for the last few laps now.
These two, as you mentioned, are in their second race, right?
Yeah, Sean Larry and Buller, yeah, they joined the league for Zandvoort last week. Great additions.
Yeah, definitely showing that they have what it needs to compete in Tier 1. Yes, they've just drove away from the field.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting the second stint here now. I believe Tasmanian Devil has the best chances currently to win this race. We'll see though, there's going to be some other deciding factors.
Kraken gets a 3 second time penalty.
Cliffy is recovered beautifully from that lap 1 incident. He's up
still
in a P9.
Maybe,
And he's
that may be at his demise.
Those, see Adam Bacho on those fresh hards, gonna want to come back and regain that position. Is Bular making a move? Nah, it looks like he's just close on the back. I saw the time interval winding down, and I thought Bular was possibly going for a move on Sean Larry. Viper Noah makes a move on Kraken, but Kraken's coming right back at him. Yeah, if I were Noah, yeah, just concede the position now, because he's gonna have to dive into the pits. Kraken has come out on fresh hards. As Bular is the first of the leaders to box. Oh, and Sean Larry boxes in front of him as well. So Tasmanian Devil, we'll see what he does now. If he can maximize these hard tires for the next few laps, and then come back out on a set of mediums, or possibly I think he could be going for a soft strategy. He could be pushing these hards for another like 3 or 4 laps and then putting on a set of softs.
I definitely think if he can bring those hards to lap 18, 19, he can get those softs to go to the end. And caution in Sector 1, that's Adam Bacho.
Looks like he's returned to track now after a spin through turn 1, I believe. And with this now, the drivers on track have kind of spread out a little bit. See J Mick and Just Jose are battling down here for final points position. We should bring up the penalties though. Yeah, Donsta has 11 seconds of penalties, so it's pretty much Just Jose and J Mick fighting for that P10 currently. Vazzi's hopped into the pits.
Question is, where does he go on? The hards? Or no, yeah, the hards.
Yeah, he's got to go in the hards, yeah. Sean Larry and Bular will come out by a wide margin. See what the gap is to Avezzi. It's going to be important. Yeah, he's lost time.
Sean Larry, he's caught in.
Lost about a second.
He's caught Taz. There's now an 11-second gap, so if Taz can't pull in like 8-9 seconds on softs, It's not going to be good. And to think that he has to make these hards still go a few more laps. That gap may be down to 6 seconds by the time he pits.
Yeah, it looks like the interval is shrinking now. Sean Larry is definitely pushing hard. Tasmanian Devil is conserving his ERS better than Sean Larry and Bular. It looks like the two final podium drivers are pushing hard to close this gap. Oh, Taz gets a speeding in the pit lane. Oh no.
That
And
is devastating.
That's devastating to his race, yeah. He's decided to go on the mediums. But that 5 second is devastating to the race. This France pit lane is just vicious. This Bular sets the fastest lap for good measure.
Shows how hard both of them were pushing to set back-to-back fastest lap, and Kraken with another 3 second.
Yeah, that brings it to 9 seconds of penalties for Kraken now.
I do think it's safe to say that Taz has third, as long as he doesn't mess up.
We can't count out Lavezzi now though, who if he can put on a good battle with Taz, he can hold this P3 because he's only got 3 seconds worth of penalties, whereas Tasmanian Devil has 5. But as of currently, it's really Sean Larry's race to lose. He's driven a clean race so far out front. He hasn't given up from start to finish. Since lap 1, he really just got off to a great start and hasn't looked back.
Two people with remarkable races, Cliffy with 9 positions gained since the start, and Toss My Salad with 8 positions gained. Then
yeah, and he's still running with no penalties in P9 there. If he can keep pushing, and so we get a little bit of commentator's curse there. Who's gonna lose the position to just Jose now? But if he can run clean and catch Adam Bacho.
Caution sector 3.
Oh, looks like the Ferrari of Booty has gone around. Cliffy's going into the pits.
Oh no.
He's getting a fresh set of mediums. So now this is going to be Cliffy's final push. Let's see where he falls down in the order. Going to be coming out at P14.
You know, we've talked about most positions.
Unfortunate start to the race for him. Kind of put him on the back from the start, but
yeah,
we'll see what he can do with it. J Mick closing in on Toss My Salad. He's struggling right now on those hards. Toss My Salad. J Mick is going to easily go down the inside.
Well, we mentioned the biggest gainers from this race, with most positions gained. What about biggest losers from this race? Denny Rick with the 11 positions lost. That's a tough day for him, but determination to stay in this and just kind of hope for positions in the end.
Yeah, if he can, he's got 6 seconds worth of penalties, so he's not too far behind from guys like Donsta, who have 14. So if he can keep pushing, he can. It's kind of for nothing, but he can find himself get at least closer to the points. And you never know what can happen here on these last few laps here. As guys start pushing hard, expending all their ERS, going for the.
Oh, Vuddy or Voody around. Again, that was the caution.
Right,
he's driving. Right, it looked like he was driving backwards for a second.
Yeah, he's getting it back on track. I guess it will be interesting to see Sean, Larry, and Bular. Is there going to be a showdown between these two, or is there going to be kind of just a little bit of sportsmanship going on? As Bular has 45% ERS and Sean Larry has 27% ERS. And I gotta imagine that Bular has just kind of been saving a little bit of pace in the tank for a last lap kind of lunge at Sean Larry.
A little three-car battle just happened with Cliffy, Just Jose, and Project Raw. Is Cliffy trying to make those positions back up and setting a purple sector too?
Wow, yeah. Crazy three-car battle going on. Oh, Project Raw. He's trying to go for a move there on Just Jose. We got a big train up ahead as well. Toss My Salad still battling J Mick and Viper Noah. It's been a good race so far.
Definitely has been. Project Raw, 3-second time penalty.
Yeah, so like we said with Danny Rick earlier, a lot of drivers ahead of him here are going to be pushing hard and possibly making a lot of mistakes. So it's always a good lesson to just keep your head down. You never know where you'll end up when you cross that start finish with all the penalties and incidents ahead. As we see, looks like Donst is going to try and make a move. He knows he's got to get as far up the order as possible with all the penalties that he has.
And caution in Sector 1. That was... Wait, no, that wasn't Sector 1. That was Kraken in Sector 3.
Okay.
Don't know what happened to him. Tasmanian Devil... Oh...
Yeah, so that's the fastest lap. If it weren't for that 5-second penalty from speeding in that wretched France pit lane, this would be a great race, because Taz is absolutely flying right now. And I guess we can really just forget about that penalty and just race for honor right now, because it looks like Taz is going to catch these guys. 7 laps to go, got the tire advantage, and he just looks to be absolutely sending it into corners right now. I love Tasmanian's driving style.
Yeah, I do think one thing that set this field away from the top two all race is the fact that cross-team communication, they're just sticking together, they're riding along, they know what they need to do to drive away from the pack, and their whole plan probably was, these guys are going to battle, and we're just going to pull away if we don't battle. And
exactly.
that's the story of the race.
They've driven a super relaxed race. They haven't been pushing too hard, and that just makes all the difference really in their mental. I think right now it looks to be like Sean, Larry, and Bular are really sending it. It's kind of crazy when you see these Tier 1 drivers kind of turn it on, because they've been conserving the tires all race, and now they know these last 7 laps they can really turn it on and start eating these tires up and pushing it to the max.
And Daniel Rick with another 3-second time penalty.
Yeah, young Chaza has driven a brilliant race today. He's kind of been under the radar on my screen at least, but he has no time penalties and he's gaining on Kraken. He's right on the back of him now, up into P5. If you look at the penalties here, yeah, Kraken has 9 seconds now. Wow, so Chaz is going to be finding himself with a nice P5 if he can maintain it right now. Cliffy battling with J-Mech. This is a 5-way battle now.
This race would go extremely south for that top 2 if
Cliffy and J-Mech make contact.
Oh, and there's the 3-second time penalty for Toss My Salad.
Oh, J-Mech and Cliffy. definitely battling very hard right now.
Well, I
They
said
both seem
something
to
about
be
safety cars. They may be the cause of it.
they both seem to be absolutely fuming. I think they're both very angry with each other right now. It was clean driving though from both. J Mick concedes position. Cliffy seems to be on a march. Chazin knows with the penalties right in front of him with Kraken, he can just kind of keep it clean. I think that's what he's doing right now, making sure he doesn't get any time penalties himself. Yeah, but what a train we got here from. Oh, Donsta spins off. I just managed to see the back of that incident happen. Donsta spun off to nobody's fault other than his own. He just lost it in sector 3 there. No VSC or safety car though.
Oh, he slams the wall.
But yeah, as I was saying though, what a train this is from. I guess it's kind of, they spread out a little bit now, but it was 5 cars involved before Donsta had spun out, and Cliffy and J-Mick got into a little bit of a tangle. But now it's a 3-way battle for P8, and they all have 3 seconds apiece now. So this is a straight 3-way battle on track.
Well, I think here's the battle for the lead that we've been waiting for. They've finally decided it's time.
I don't know yet, but it looks like Toss My Salad and Viper Noah and Cliffy are going to be battling into this corner here. A couple of them got DRS. Cliffy takes the inside line, gets the move done nicely on Viper Noah. He's got the tire advantage with mediums. Toss My Salad looks to be experiencing a little bit of a lag on my screen.
Yeah, I saw that too. I was like, what? Tries to cover off the Haas.
Cliffy's gonna be absolutely stunning though. I'm keeping an eye on my track map with Buller on Sean Larry, but I know Cliffy is gonna be trying to make a move right here. What a drive from Cliffy. I don't know how he recovers. The pace is just incredible.
Going for an outside move into turn 1.
Yeah, I think Toss My Salad is experiencing some lag. I think Cliffy's got to be seeing that too, because that was a bit of a conservative approach going into turn 1 with the DRS. So I think he's going to be waiting for this straight here, go wide and get the inside line.
And the overtake and the DRS.
Gonna be spending everything here. Toss My Salad knows he can't fight it.
Nothing
Noah's
to
fallen.
defend.
Noah's still got the DRS, but he's fallen a bit behind. Cliffy is on an absolute march though. I don't think he's not going to be able to catch anybody else now though. So P8, strong recovery from Cliffy after all that. As you said though, Bular, he's been saving that ERS. He's got 50%.
I'm noticing he catches in the. I'm noticing he catches in the third sector first, and bit of the second sector he falls off, but that third sector is all his.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what Bular's got in store for us here. I think he's going to be putting on a last lap clinic. He's maybe kind of lulling Sean Larry to sleep. Throughout the race, he's maintained this gap beautifully. He's stuck in the DRS the whole race. Made it look much easier than it really is.
Like, talk about keeping your nose clean. That's just the top two right now. They've kept their nose clean all race. They haven't tried battling. They've just been sitting back and letting the race happen.
As has Chaza, who's in P6, still tucked in behind Kraken. Oh, we got a... Yeah, it looks like Donsta spun off again. That was... Yeah, Donsta spun off again. But yeah, as we were saying, Chaza, driven an absolutely beautiful race. I think he's going to be a candidate for driver of the day. Cliffy and Toss My Salad, though, both beautiful recoveries, so the computer will probably give it to them. Oh, a little bit of a commentator curse there. Chazza picks up a 3-second, but he still got the advantage on Kraken, who has 9 seconds, so.
No, Donsta retired the car in the pits.
Yeah, it looks like he's had enough of France for today, and he knows he's not going to get to the point, so he's retired in the pit lane. Smart thing to do.
Well, the car is driving back out on track.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Oh no. This can either go very... This is gonna go very bad, I think.
Well, luckily we got ghosting on, so it
Oh.
won't affect too much. Yeah, so Chazza sent it down the inside on Kraken. Maybe missed that. Beautiful move by Chazza though. He's got himself up into P5. Good job, well done for today, but the real show is gonna be Sean Larry versus Bular, and we'll see what Bular can do here. I'm excited to see these last few laps.
With just 2 laps remaining.
Yeah, it looks as if what you were saying earlier about Bular and Sean Larry's setup difference, it looks like Sean Larry absolutely pulls away on the straights. Bular can't catch him, but in the corners, it seems that Bular makes up the time. So it'd be interesting if to see if Bular can even catch him and possibly put up a fight. He's conserving his ERS all for this last lap. I think he's up to 70 right now, and I think he's just gonna put it all on the line last lap.
Well, comparing the ERS that they both have, it looks like Villar is just gonna try as hard as he can to push down these straights.
That said though, Sean Larry does have enough. Yeah, he's applying the overtake now, Sean Larry. Bular is not applying the overtake. So I think Sean Larry is just going to come away with the win here today. After a brilliant race from start to finish.
I think what they're going to try doing is just applying that overtake in their worst areas on track to try making up for the lack of speed in those areas.
That is a great observation. Ooh, Bular sets a purple sector 1. It's all coming down to right now.
Sean Larry with the overtake now down the straight.
DRS is wide open. Bular's got the overtake applied. He is gaining, but will it be enough? It's not going to be enough going into this turn here, but coming out of the chicane, he's going to apply the overtake. I think he does.
Sean Larry does the same, but he's going to run out before this right-hander in turn 10.
Yeah, if he can, Bular's going to be able to make a move here going into sector 3. He's going to go down the inside here, I think. He's not going to have enough room.
He's going to wait it out, try sending it into the left-hander. Turn 12. I don't think it's going to be enough.
Oh, wow, what a race so far. Is Bular going to make a final move? Yeah, as you said, I don't think it's going to be enough.
It's
Sean
all about
Larry,
that.
from qualifying and from lap 1 start to finish, he's dominated the race to take his first win in eSports. Sean Larry comes away with the win here at the French GP. Wow, what a race from him. Bular comes home in P2. Absolutely clean race from them both. Tasmanian Devil bags a podium P3 all the way from a poor qualifying in which saw him land in P7. Well, Vezi gets, I think, his best finish in UN eSports, finishing P4. Kraken managed to pass Chaza, but he's going to be behind on penalties as Chaza comes home P5. Great race for him. As well as Kraken, I think that's his best performance as well in UN eSports, so shout out to Kraken as well. Great performance from everyone on the grid today. As we'll see, Adam Bacho, I don't know where the penalties will leave him. He'll come home in P7. Cliffy comes home in P8, a great recovery drive for him, and I think it's going to be our driver of the day. Toss My Salad comes home in P9 to scoop up 2 points for Alfa Romeo. It's going to see them climb up to Constructors as Joey won again for his 6th time in Tier 2 the other day. You guys can check that out on YouTube. Viper Noah in his Tier 1 debut, he manages to bag a point. Congratulations to Noah, that was a great race. Just Jose, after a strong qualifying, didn't get the race he wanted, some damage, and saw him fall out of the points. J-Mick, as well as his debut in UN eSports, didn't get what he was hoping for. We'll see who the driver of the day is here. Yes, as we said, Cliffy, great performance from him.
Definitely well deserved.
See the podium celebrations here. Yeah, Jake, if you just want to talk about the race a bit while I get party invites out to our podium finishers.
Yeah, definitely a great race today. We saw Bilar get fastest lap on that final lap. So at some point, he got a 3-second time penalty. Never informed us about that. Good job, Codemasters. Sharon Larry with the win overall. One-stop strategy for the entire top 7. A lot of positions gained from these guys to go from 8th to 5th, 10th to 7th. And then Cliffy getting driver of the day, going from 16th to 8th. Toss My Salad going from 17th to 9th. Definitely a great performance for those guys. An overall exciting race with all the battles on track and great finish between the top 2.
So see here, we'll get Sean Larry an invite for an interview. Quite interested to see what they have to say about that battle.
I have to go do something, so I'll leave the stream going while I'm sitting in the lobby, so it will pick everything up.
You know what? I think we're good. I can't get the entries up. So you know what? Oh, we got Buller in here. Okay.
Yep.
And Sean there. Okay, awesome.
Yeah, so if you want to do interviews while I go do what I have to do.
Jake, when are you gonna end the stream though?
I'll sit here. I just have to do something
Okay,
in the back.
So thanks Jake for the commentary today. Shout out to
Thanks
you.
for having me.
Yeah. So Sean Larry, that was a great race. You dominated from qualifying and from lap 1 to the finish. What was your strategy going in? Did you pretty much executed it to a T, I'm sure, right?
Yeah, thank you. The wet qualifying definitely made things easier because we didn't have to decide whether to use the soft or the medium. Obviously, if you qualify in the medium, then it means you start further back. And we didn't have the Q1, Q2, Q3, so it meant that pole was out of the question had we gone for that. But it was wet. I was super comfortable out there. Really enjoyed it. It's a great track in the wet. Even more interesting because usually it's pretty simple. So yeah, really, really awesome. Executed the strategy that we practiced with my good friend who finished behind me. So yeah, just
Yeah, we said a little
awesome.
bit of that about on stream that you guys are friends and you guys were probably executing a strategy together that it looked beautiful really. You guys weren't battling on track and it was just great driver etiquette and so it's really what you want to see. Um, but I do have a question for kind of both of you for Bular as well. In the last few laps there, did you guys kind of have like an agreement to just let it loose? We saw that you were saving up the ERS and kind of deploying it there. Um, were you trying to make an overtake in the last few laps, Bular?
No, actually, I think I've done some practice with him. He already had more pace than me. He's a couple of tenths
Yeah,
quicker
we
overall.
I did kind of think that as well. So like, yeah,
Yeah,
it
he was
was a
slightly,
dominant, yeah,
yeah,
it
he was
was a
slightly
dominant
faster than
performance.
me. Yeah, so I was like, I knew if I attacked him, he would get me back sooner than later. So I just saw Tasman Devil get the fastest lap. I was like, he's on mediums. So this might be slightly hard. But because I had DRS off of him, so I told him I won't overtake him, but I'm a push. I'm a push on this lap, trying to get the fastest lap. He actually got the fastest lap as well, right before I got it across the line. And
Yeah,
we did it on the last lap as well, so he couldn't react to it.
wow, yeah. So that's awesome. Great performance from you guys, man. Really great to see.
Thank
But
you for
anyways, I
having
think
us, mate.
yeah, I think we'll wrap it up there. It was a great race, great showing from everybody, and yeah, thank you to anybody that was watching, and cheers, guys. Have a good Sunday.
You too, mate.